Welcome back to the Valley Voices. I'm your host, Christina Wagner. We have been learning all about, in our show today, we've been learning about the Ahwatukee Chamber of Commerce, their involvement in the community, the way that they help businesses to be successful. We've also learned about the Red, White, and Boom. Great community event, fun for the family, lots of opportunities for businesses to get involved and to get their messaging out there. It's a wonderful community event, and it's been phenomenal for me to have all of the guests from the Ahwatukee Chamber and on the board for Red, White, and Boom, and also Vision, learning more about Vision's involvement. So, Darren, I want to talk a little bit about Vision Community Management. For those that are listening and they're not familiar with Vision Community, just a brief. What is it that Vision Community Management does?
Vision is the fourth largest HOA management company in the state of Arizona, and we're the largest nationally certified management company in Arizona. We run the nonprofit corporations and deal with the budget issues and take care of all the issues and challenges and concerns and infrastructure repairs and maintenance and components of homeowners associations throughout the valley.
Okay. Why did you decide to start this company?
I lost a bet with God. No, it's that could actually be a very long conversation, but it was really just a strange progression of migrating my career from an accounting consulting practice into this industry, and it really ties back to when I built my first home, and it was built in an HOA, and I kind of got interested in the dynamics of it, the preservation of the beauty, the parks, all the natural components of our community. Is a large 2,000-unit master plan in the West Valley, and I just wanted to lend some of my business expertise to assisting in making sure everything stayed pristine.
And I've watched you lend that business expertise to the community in so many different ways. I am, on your website, there's a whole section on the Vision website that's dedicated to the community and your involvement. It's impressive. When you see businesses that understand their responsibility to the community, I think it's a great message to put out there. So if you don't mind, I know you're very humble, but if you don't mind, can we talk a little bit about why being involved in the community is so important to you, and what some of your community... They're honking for you out there.
Those are my peeps.
Let's talk a little bit about your community involvement.
Okay, well...
honk if you're listening. Don't honk if you're listening.
A lot of it I attribute back to it's kind of the small town values that I grew up with in rural upstate New York, and being from a small town. My hometown had about 4,200 people, and then we'd get to go to the big city, and that was a city of about 40,000 people, which sounds large until you look at it on the map and you realize this is a massive. It's not like a big downtown area or anything like that. And I remember the hometown fireworks and our little Pops orchestra that used to play, and we're lining the State Street Bridge where the Susquehanna and Shenango rivers come together right in the center of my hometown, and where I am in Ahwatukee, it kind of has that same small town feel, where we joke that we're the state's largest cul-de-sac. It just has that natural feel to it, even though there's 90,000 of us living in there, and it's been a wonderful thing. And from the business perspective, I'm in so many communities throughout the valley, but by nature of what we do, and it's so critical to us to be not just in the communities, but of the communities that we represent. And it sounds kind of corny sometimes, but it's part of that overall social contract, which was, ingrained in me by my parents and my grandparents, and where I grew up. That connection to the communities and neighborhoods, the people that you're with. It's the same relationship I have with all the team members on my staff and things like that. So it's just a natural extension of that philosophy and giving back to the community and all the charitable things that we're able to do because of the success. And of course, that success comes from all the people who've taken a chance on us.
I love watching your Twitter and your Facebook, and I love seeing the posts that you put out there, from Lucky Dog Rescue, GAIN, Operation Caregiver, the Kiwanis Bike Drive.
Yes, nobody ever explained to me my Facebook and Twitter were supposed to be about my business. It's like, oops.
I love it. I love the vision, the foresight, the imagination. I love all of those things. I love the fact that when I go to your website and I see the about the management team, that it's really about their interests. It's not just a sales pitch. It's not just, this is our product, buy our product, but it's really, you're asking questions of your management team, what's important to them. And I love that. I truly do. And this isn't about a, yay, kudos for you, but but sometimes we have to give businesses kudos. I want to share with everyone the website. It's visioncommunitymanagement.com. I really want you to take a look at that. I want to understand something.
Uh-oh, here we go.
You are clearly involved in the community. We've been here today talking about Red, White, and Boom, talking about your involvement there as a presenting sponsor. Why is it that a successful, the top HOA management company, why is it that you as the owner decided to get involved in politics?
Yeah, this is a question some mornings I wake up and I ask myself too. So what it really boils down to is when I created the name for the company, there was a lot of thought and a lot of foresight that went into that, and I was trying to understand what our dynamic was going to be, and it really is about vision. It's about seeing beyond today and tomorrow and looking into the future and understanding what's going on. One of the greatest challenges and concerns I have for my state, for my county, for my city, for my business, for my friends, neighbors, is there seems to be a decided lack of vision as far as Arizona, where Arizona's going, what we can be, and what we want to be as a state and as a citizenry. And I'm not one of those people that in my course, even in the political life, choose to be overly critical of our representation now. But I don't feel it represents the core values of my district and the people that I meet and the people I encounter every day, and the priorities that they're setting don't really seem to align closely with the priorities of the people of the district I'm in and my community. And I want to be a true, Harry Mitchell used to say, representative is not just your title, it's your job description. And I want to be more representative of what the people of Arizona and the people of my district, LD18, are really asking for, which is so basic. It's educational components, it's economic development, it's job creation, it's sensible tax policy, it's these things, but not just looking in 12-month budget cycles anymore, but what is our plan for the next 20, 25, 30 years to truly make Arizona a regional leader in so many core industries?
And so you decided that you were going to run for a seat at the House.
Yes. Uh-oh. These questions are tougher.
I applaud you for that. The thing that I also was really impressed with is that I come at all things marketing from a efficiency standpoint, from a social media standpoint. My jaw just about dropped when I heard that you're going door to door, shaking hands, meeting people, and talking to them. What has that process been like for you?
It's from all politicians, it's kind of scary at first when they do it, but I've never exactly suffered from excessive shyness to begin with. But, it really is truly wonderful because there's a lot of resistance out there, and oftentimes people will be much more resistant than I think they should be before they get to know me just because of the word that's in front of my name, representing a party. But once we start talking and they understand and I understand what they want and they understand what I'm trying to do, it's not always the most popular things that I'm saying, and that's kind of what makes me a little bit refreshing and disturbs my own party sometimes. But it's things that need to be said. It's understanding that I'm not just trying to get elected. This is a job interview, and it's a temp job I'm interviewing for. And every 2 years you'll renegotiate my contract with me, but the people are wonderful and they're warm and welcoming, and it's not just in the Ahwatukee community, but South Tempe, West Chandler, Mesa, all the areas that are covered, and it's just the people have been phenomenal. And that's what's really been the true energy that's driving this, is just how receptive people are to, they just want to be better. They want us to be better as a state. They do want to take the AZ out of crazy a little bit. But
for people that want to connect with you and they want to get more, they want to learn more about this side of you, what's the website?
Well, you can connect to us. It's Fisher for Arizona, and for spelled out, fisherforarizona.com, or you can find me on my public page on Facebook and everything. But first, before you go there, visit the Ahwatukee Chamber website, visit red-white-boom.com, and support the Red, White, and Boom first.
Absolutely. And Christy Ellis, share with us who your sponsors are. Let's give a thank you to them, because the Red, White, and Boom would not be possible if it weren't for those sponsors.
Well, we do have a significant amount of sponsors this year, but right now I just want to specifically thank Loco Patron for hosting our hospitality.
Okay.
Qdoba for sponsoring our VIP tent, or VIP area. And then, Anne, who else would we want to thank here?
We want to clearly thank Vision Community Management.
I
just thought that was obvious. Santan Ford, Ahwatukee Country Club for hosting it for us, MidFirst Bank, SRP, Brewers, Dignity Health, Rossmar Graham, and also the Lakewood HOA and Fireworks Production of Arizona, among others.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for all of you being on. You've been listening to The Valley Voices. I'm your host, Christina Wagner, and I would love to connect with you on Facebook. Go to my page, Christina D. Wagner. If you missed any portion of this show, it's going to be on the Facebook page. So that's facebook.com/Christina D. Wagner. This show is all about the good news, none of the bad news. So if you're here to pop my happy bubble, just keep on walking.